Welcome everyone to another episode of upcoming video game movie rants. Man, not even 3 weeks have passed and we've already gotten a new trailer for a video game movie. We were going to record, or we were going to start filming Just Facts with Henry and Snoutzer episode 41, but apparently Universal Pictures and Blumhouse just decided to have other plans and release a new trailer for an upcoming video game movie. So now, because I am the video game movie nerd, I have to make this video before I can do anything else. So yeah, we're now going to be talking about the official trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And by we, I mean me and the voice of Snoutzer himself.
That's right, I'm here.
Yep, Rich here too. So let's go ahead and get started. So
Right off the bat, I have a problem with the very beginning of the trailer. First of all, these kids pull up in a van, and the parking lot is overgrown with weeds. They're 5 or 6 feet high, yet all the lights on the front of the place are lit up perfectly. There isn't a single broken light bulb. And first of all, who's paying the electric bill for this abandoned place? Second of all, who's been repairing all those light bulbs? Because if it was abandoned for that long, some of those light bulbs would either be burned out or they would be broken. And yet all of them are in perfect condition. No way that a building's front like that with all those lights would be in perfect out in the middle of nowhere. That's just not possible. It doesn't look right. I have a complaint right off the bat with that.
yeah, I will admit that is kind of odd. But you gotta remember, in the first movie, Steve Raglan says that the owner of the restaurants doesn't want to let the place go. So William was the one who is paying for the place, since I'm guessing he's the one that didn't want the buildings to go to waste because of the animatronics. So if he was paying for that one location in the first movie, then who's to say he wasn't paying for the second location or this new location in this movie?
Yeah, but none of the light bulbs were burned out and none of them were broken. I mean, come on, really? If you put light bulbs, in after and having them flashing off and on for years and years, they're going to either burn out or they're going to get broken with time. With the weather, some of them would get broken. It doesn't. If someone would have to be literally replacing the bulbs that get burned out and broken.
But and also the events of this movie take place exactly a year after the events of the first movie, and as we know from the first movie, William freaking died, so he can't pay for the place anymore. So
Not let alone, let's just go on and let's just say that, for an example, William's making the repairs or having somebody repair the bulbs. Well, if he's been dead for a year, who's repairing the buildings? Who's repairing the bulbs and the damage that would be had caused just by the weather?
yeah, okay, I will give you that one.
Okay.
So of course there are some of course, we do get some new faces from the game, from what we saw at the in the teaser. But now we got Toy Freddy, we got Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, and Balloon Boy. But now, in this, from what we've seen in this trailer, we get the reveal of the puppet and the Mangle, which are also characters from the game. So they are not movie exclusives; they are actually from the game.
Which is a good thing. They're finally at least using more content from the game.
Instead of using freaking movie exclusives.
Okay, so we'll give them credit for that one.
Yeah, and it also kind of helps that the creator of the Five Nights at Freddy's series is involved with the project as well. So that's another plus right there. I guess you could add points for that because he was also involved in the first movie too.
Okay.
So, maybe Universal Pictures won't mess it up this time. Of course, knowing them and knowing every other video game movie they've ever made, it's not likely.
But maybe they can at least improve.
Yeah.
Let us hope. We can hope they improve a little bit.
Right. What else? Okay, so we know that this movie takes place a year after the events of the first movie because now Abby is 11 years old instead of 10 years old. This is in the description, by the way. Look if you don't believe. This is in the description of the trailer, by the way. Look if you don't believe me. Okay.
We also see Abby sitting and
Yeah, she creates. It looks like she's into machines now. I'm guessing after the events of the first movie, she's wondering what happened to the animatronics since they were also buried in the building along with William.
she would call them, quote, her friends, right?
Yeah.
She referred to the animatronics as her friends, so
Well, I mean, she was talking to them a lot in the first movie, so
yeah, it's true. And she was in this trailer. She appears to be working with some kind of electronics.
yeah, so she invents something called the Faz Talker, which I'm guessing, allows her to be able to communicate with the animatronics again. Since because they were buried in the building, the ghost kids are no longer able to communicate with Abby since the animatronics have been severely damaged.
But it is interesting that they are reaching out to Abby and asking for her help in this creepy computer voice. I got no other description for it.
Well, I mean, what else? What do you expect? What else would you expect to come out of a translator?
Yeah, I guess I'd give it that.
Plus the year the movie is taking place is 1988.
Yeah, okay.
So that's 1988 technology for you.
Right. The creepy computer voice on the translator.
Actually, I don't know if computers were invented at that time.
Yes, they were.
Okay, I retract my argument. Um, okay, and oh yeah, in so we already know from the teaser that Vanessa's alive. She did not die.
And she appears to have recovered from her injuries because she's sitting in a chair.
Yeah, and yeah,
Oh, and another thing, if you really pay closely attention, they have a giant box that opens up.
yeah. That's the thing where the puppet comes out.
Okay, that's the puppets.
Yeah, and plus that was at the beginning of the trailer.
Right. So,
Yeah, so Vanessa is alive. We did clear this up in the teaser for this movie. We all thought she died, but nope, she's alive.
she's back again.
Although I don't understand why they would bring her back. And if she died in the first movie, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, would you mind?
And she's part of the story. So, what are you going to do? This is the storyline they're following. So, okay, she's alive. She seemed for all we know, for as far as we can tell, she has in fact recovered from her substantial injuries.
Oh, and speaking of Vanessa, in the description for the trailer, they list that Matthew Lillard is coming back, not as Steve Raglan, but as William Afton. Now this raises some questions because if you all saw the first movie, you would know that William died. He got impaled by an animatronic suit. He's dead. He can't come back.
I will agree with you in that you would think that after being impaled with steel ribs or spears or whatever you into your chest, you think that would kill somebody. However, we are talking about Hollywood and we are talking about movies. So my question is, have they tweaked the story so he comes back, or is it a flashback, or or is he like unable to die? Is he like supernatural? I mean, what are they doing with his character this time?
Well, my hypothesis is that they're bringing Matthew back as William, as either the William we're gonna see in this movie is just gonna be a bunch of flashbacks before he died, meaning before he goes out and kills the children. Because remember, we never find out what his motivation is to killing the children. Because
This is true. This could be potential that he's come back to fill in some of the backstory. Or again, like I said, they brought, for whatever reason, they decided they just couldn't do without his character in the second movie, and they found a quote way to quote bring him back from the edge of death or death. So I'm very curious to see what it is, how he is involved in this whole second story.
Well. Anyways, can I finish? My number two would be he's not William. He's playing someone that is pretending to be William.
Oh, here's a real twister. What if it's William's twin brother coming back to play his brother and get revenge for his brother's death?
That's another possibility.
That's a twist they could use.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the long lost sibling route has been overused a lot.
I don't disagree that it's been overused a lot, but then again, what do you expect? It's Hollywood. They reuse stories, and just a food for thought is his identical twin come back to take revenge for his death? Who knows? I mean, just the possibilities are endless. But he is listed in the credits, so he does, and there is a very brief scene showing a.
Yeah. There is a brief scene where they show a shadow of the yellow rabbit, and it can't be Bonnie because Bonnie's face has been
damaged.
Yeah, his face isn't there anymore, so it can't be Bonnie because his entire upper face is gone now, and the only possibility, it also can't be Toy Bonnie because it's Toy Bonnie's too short. So the only conclusion I can think of that it has to be the yellow, or it could be a replica of the yellow rabbit.
But let's be honest. Whatever that shadow is, it is tall. It is it's a tall character. It's not a short character. Because it's almost as tall as the hallway it's in. So it's definitely a tall character. Yeah. Unless it's, what do they call it, camera angle? I don't know. It looked big to me.
Well, yeah, it also could look big because of the camera angle. But who knows?
Which character was it that was walking through the crowd of people and they were all...
Oh, Toy Freddy?
Yes.
Yeah, so... In the description, it also reveals what we saw at the teaser with Toy Freddy walking through the crowd. It's actually the Fazfest, which was made as inspiration from the legends that were passed down back in the day when the restaurants were made.
Exactly.
So that's that question. That's that question answered.
Right, but it was kind of interesting to see him smiling and walking. Well, I can't say smiling, but walking.
The animatronics can't smile, but
I realize that. But walking through a crowd and nobody's running or freaking out, like as if it was like no big deal. So that in itself was very interesting to see until we saw the explanation in the
description. Yeah. So looks like that'll do it for this episode of upcoming video game movie rants. So. Thanks for watching, everyone. Go ahead and like this video if you liked seeing us talk about the new trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Subscribe if you want to see future episodes like this. I mean, I kind of have to do future episodes if there's future trailers for video game movies. And of course, share this video with others that you know and spread the word that a new trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's 2 has come out. Oh yeah, and here's something that I think I should bring back now. Is that I think I'm gonna start doing shoutouts again. That's something that I haven't really done for a very long time now. I think the last shoutout I did was I think maybe back in episode 5, episode 6. I can't remember the last one I did, but it was a very long time ago, or it was a long time ago. But basically, if you want to shout out in a future episode of upcoming video game movie rants, comment add in your comment that you want a shout out, and your comment may be selected to get yourself a shout out in the next episode. So if you want a shout out, add in your comment that you want a shout out, and you might get selected. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you all in the next episode.